through it, but really it's just a reversal of the last one, where the students would be at North Bend High School for 10 through 12, and they would be at Mansfield High School for 7 through 9. So basically, it's just a reversal of the last one. We don't really need to go through it, but I just wanted to have it there for you. So let's go ahead and move on to option 7. I did forget to say as well that for options 5 and 6, where you have the junior high school setting and the senior high school setting, at the end of the 3-year period, for both of those scenarios, because transportation is so high in both of those scenarios, we're looking at a deficit on both of those scenarios of the same $1,664,342. Again, a lot of that is because of all the extra bus runs that we need to have for those two scenarios. Those two scenarios would be ones that we definitely do not recommend that we go through. Scenario number 7. With scenario number 7, we have Warren L. Miller and Liberty Elementary School, which would be in the Liberty High School, be a K through 6. We have Mansfield High School and North Bend High School being a 7 through 12. So with this particular scenario, we have 2 elementary schools and we have 2 high schools. Based on the following configuration, elementary school populations would function as a K to 6 facility in 2 locations, Warren L. Miller and Liberty. Mansfield High School facility remains as is and serves grades 7 through 12. North Bend High School facility receives addition and renovations, serves grades 7 through 12. Liberty Elementary building closes and moves to Liberty High School, which receives renovations and accommodations. Please note that for this particular scenario, we would need to go through another hearing process because, as you can tell, Gloucester Elementary is not up there. So if the board would happen to want to go through this scenario, after the construction is completed at the Blossburg facility, they would have to go ahead and go through another hearing process and at that point to close Blossburg Elementary School. Again, our statement of purpose. Course offerings would remain as current, however, there would be an equality present in the opportunity for students to take those courses offered, particularly at both high schools. The current daily schedule and course rotations would be utilized in this scenario. In this case, all high school students would benefit from the proximity to Mansfield University. In this particular scenario, we have a larger reduction of staff, which I'll show you at the end is a higher cost savings. Teaching staff, it would be a reduction of 11. Custodial staff, 3. Secretarial, 2. Paraprofessional, 3. Administrative, it might have to be that we might need to add an assistant principal in this particular scenario for Warren L. Miller Elementary, and I'll explain that a little bit later. If you take a look at the projections there as far as amount of students in a school, Mansfield High School and North Bend High School would again be almost equal in size, being able to have the equal opportunity for the students in both of those schools. Liberty Elementary School would increase in size to 341, which in this case would have classes with numbers in them more equitable than to Warren L. Miller. Most of Warren L. Miller class sizes have about 23 students in it, 23 to 25 students in it, and this would have more equity than in the elementary as well, having the class sizes be pretty comparable to Warren L. Miller class size. Now the Warren L. Miller number there is up to 683. that's where the additional possibility of an additional administrator might come in there to help with the evaluations of staff and taking care of the daily routine of the building. Current course offerings, again, would be maintained with this staff reduction, and this will be done by combining very small course sections into a more efficient situation. All right, with this particular scenario, transportation. The budget information provided within reflects transportation changes. This is consistent with option number 2, Post Liberty High School, with the Liberty area will continue to be served with the double bus run service. As with all of the scenarios provided, we will confirm bus routes across the district overall. Now, with this particular scenario here with transportation, we would send all students from Liberty High School to North Bend High School. Send 52 students from North Bend High School and 57 students from Bloss Elementary School to Mansfield schools by rerouting 2 buses. We would also send approximately 100 Blossburg Elementary students to Liberty Elementary School, with an additional 114 to Warren L. Miller. This would be a total of 171 additional students at Warren L. Miller and 100 students at Liberty Elementary School. At this time, we have 8 buses for the Bloss schools. 2 buses are being rerouted to go to Mansfield and Warren L. Miller. The remaining 6 can be utilized either by using a transfer point and or having a high school and elementary run in certain areas. For the students that walk to school, which would be 8-5, now we would need 2 additional buses to transfer them to Warren L. Miller. For the Liberty area students, Liberty Elementary and Liberty High School would have separate runs. All Liberty High School students would have to be at the transfer point, Liberty High School, by 7:30 to get to North Bend High School by 8. This would mean that all high school student runs would have to start approximately half hour earlier than the elementary students due to the distance of the runs. We would not be able to utilize the high school buses to run elementary runs. We would need approximately 7 buses to do the high school run and 7 to do the elementary run, giving us a total of 14 buses in the Liberty area. Of these 14 buses, we would need 4 of them to travel from Liberty High School to North Bend High School. Okay. There you'd be able to see the extracurricular at the 2 high schools. And again, the sports at the high schools right now. But the extracurricular activities, we need to again review to match the facilities. Transportation would not cost more than the current 3 high school status, with the potential of actually saving in this particular scenario. All right, budgeted items. In looking at the current construction that we have on the table for Blossburg, that construction could possibly be pared down to around $13 million for Blossburg construction project. What that would mean would be that the North Bend High School project would go on as is. Blossburg Elementary, though, would end up getting a new roof and basically a new floor. Once that construction has been completed, the long-term goal of the district then, which would be maybe a year or 2 or a few years after the construction is completed, would be to have Blossburg Elementary then at that point go ahead and move from Blossburg Elementary to Liberty and to Warren L. Miller. And again, that could be 1 year after the construction is completed. Again, that's kind of a long-term, long-range goal for us in this particular scenario. $2.5 million then would be to renovate Liberty High School to an elementary. What we would be looking at doing there, since they would be getting Blossburg Elementary students, is taking some of the vocational classes that are there now and changing them into regular classrooms. Again, redoing the roof, putting bathrooms in some of the classrooms, making the regular gang bathrooms right now fit the elementary students, and taking a look at the kitchen and making the kitchen right. About $500,000 then would go to Warren L. Miller space. There are different rooms in Warren L. Miller that can be changed into a regular classroom, and the $500,000 would be more than enough to go ahead and do that in that particular space. If you take a look at this budget, projected 13-14, we have $493,959 that we would be to the good. In 14-15, we're $389,804 to the good. In 15-16, we're $422,026 in the red. However, by adding up the 3-year projection, as we did in all the other slides, this is the only slide, this is the only PowerPoint that puts us in the black after 3 years. Adding all those up together, we come to $461,737. Again, with all the scenarios that were presented tonight, this is the only scenario that when we look at the budget, when we look at the costs associated, would put us in the black at the end of the 15-16 school year with the 3 years added together. Status quo at the end of the 3 years puts us at a negative $3,212,000. Closing Liberty High School and doing the building project here at North Penn and keeping Bloss Elementary puts us at a negative $257,000 at the end of 3 years. Closing North Penn High School and having the kids go north and south puts us at a negative $1,006,000 at the end of 3 years. The two scenarios of the junior high, senior high put us at a negative $1.66 million at the end of 3 years. And again, the scenario number 7, having Liberty Elementary School, North Penn High School, Warren L. Miller, and Mansfield High School, having us go down to 4 buildings, is one that puts us at $461,737 to the good at the end of 3 years by adding 3 consecutive years together. Again, none of these scenarios in any way has a tax increase. We wanted to keep them the same throughout each scenario so that they're all exactly the same. It will be up to the board if they want to levy a tax increase in any of the years. But again, just trying to give them as much data as I possibly can at this time. Okay. So at this time, could I have the board members come back up to the podium?